Hello everyone, my name is Elena and I'm a part of a CloudBerry sales team. This webinar would be useful for providers, service providers, and for those companies who are looking for a backup solution with a control panel, with the ability to remotely manage backup plans from multiple servers. In CloudBerry, we believe that our managed backup service is good because of three reasons. First of all, you can use your own storage account. It can be one of 20 public storage providers we support, like Amazon, Microsoft Azure, Google, and other global and local companies. So CloudBerry doesn't resell any storage. You're supposed to use your own storage account and pay to a storage provider of your choice directly. Then you can totally customize and rebrand the software, and you can offer backup as a service under your own brand. And with remote management and monitoring, you can save your time and efforts on management. If you have any problem, you can send logs directly from the control panel to our support team, and you can configure any backup or restore plans remotely. So you just need to install the software on a computer, and then you can configure everything remotely from the panel. This is the architecture of our solution. There are three main components: your customers' computers, or end users' computers, CloudBerry server, which is running as an Amazon EC2 instance in the United States, and your storage account. You need to install CloudBerry software on each computer you want to backup. When backup is about to start, it sends a request for authentication and authorization to our server. Once the request is granted, data transfer directly to a cloud storage account. So we don't have an access to a customer's data. All data transfer occurs between your computers and your storage account. Let's see how to start with CloudBerry Managed Backup Service. On our website, cloudberrylab.com, on the Service Providers tab, you can find the button Free Sign Up. You need to fill out this registration form and click Send button. You will be redirected to the Getting Started wizard of the control panel straight away. Here you can select the storage you want to use. It's recommended to use your own storage account if you have any. If you don't have any account yet, or you don't want to use it, you can use CloudBerry Managed Storage account, and you will get 2 gigabytes of storage for free for each trial that you install. And you install as many trials as you like during the evaluation. Then you will be able to switch from our storage to your own storage account after you finish your evaluation. But if this is only 2 gigs, so if you need to test bare metal restore, for example, you may want to use your own storage account. Then you click Next button and create your first user. This user will receive a welcome email with login, password, and link to download the software. You can also download the software here on the third step. It's bare metal backup by default. That includes both file level and image level backup. You can also download the software on the Rebranding tab. Whenever you need another build, for example, for SQL, for Exchange, for virtual machines, we support image-based backup for VMware and Hyper-V. Or if you have Linux or Mac, you will need to request a special build here. Just select what you need, click OK. The builds or builds will be placed to the sandbox. You can download them from here and give it a try. If you want to, these builds will be available to your customers, just click Make Public. I have CloudBerry backup agent installed on my computer already. So this is how it looks like. The storage is hidden from end users, so they don't know what storage you use. To start with a backup plan, with a file level backup plan, you just click here, set a backup plan, or you can click here, Files, and then you go for the straightforward backup plan wizard. Here you can select the storage. We also support local backup, so you can copy data on NAS devices, map drives, USB drives. Some of our customers save data locally and then move it to Glacier for archiving, for example. Then you can rename backup plan if you like. We support incremental backup by default. That means that after the first upload, only new and modified files will be uploaded into the storage. For some files that consist of blocks, block level backup would be a good option. For example, you can use it for Outlook PST files. Otherwise, it will be incremental backup by default. Block level backup is also supported for images, for bare metal, for VMware. Then you select data that you want to back up. Here you can apply some specific filters. You can select what files you want or don't want to back up. You can skip some folders. You can also enable compression and encryption. We support 18 industry standard algorithms, and you should never ever forget the password because we don't store it on our side. So it's really strong customer side encryption. On this tab, you can specify retention policy, and there are two options. You can select the number of versions that you want to store for each file. By default, it's free, but you can change it. And once there are 5 versions, for example, all the versions will be deleted from the storage. You can also use the file version age option and delete data after days, weeks, months, or years. If you're going to use Glacier or Amazon S3, you might be interested in this option. We leverage Amazon Lifecycle Policy that allows you to store data on S3 and then move it to Glacier in a certain period. So you can specify the number of days here, for example, a month. So data will stay in S3 for a month and then will be moved to Glacier automatically. There is also an option to point to a folder or to a bucket that contains data that you want to move to Glacier. We have different schedule options. You can run at a specific date and time. It can be recurring backup. If you have a really good reason for real-time backup, you can also find it here. In this case, CloudBerry will check for new and modified files every minute and upload them into the storage automatically in the background. If you want to execute any commands, run any scripts, you can do it here on this tab. Finally, we have notifications, and users can receive them when backup fails or in all cases. Just click Next, Next, and you can run backup now. So it's running. When it comes to restore, you can click Restore Files directly from the backup plan. You can restore files from backup storage. Just right-click. Or you can also go through the Restore Backup wizard from here and here as well. Again, you select the storage. You can run restore once, or you can save restore plan. Then you can restore the latest version of files. You can restore files to a particular point in time, and you can manually select files and their versions that you want to restore. So I have one version for this file, so I can pick it up and click Next. You can restore to original or to a specific location. You need to type your password here. And notifications. And that's it. There are also some additional options on the tools. You may want to protect this backup client with a master password, so end users won't have an access to configurations. Then we have an intelligent bandwidth scheduler, and you can control bandwidth throttling depending on the day of the week and time of the day. All these options are available from the control panel. On the Remote Management tab, you can see the list of computers that have Backup Agent installed. Under Actions, you can find this Edit Options button. These are the same options that we have here in the software itself. So here we are. Here is a master password, so you can enable it remotely for a specific computer, bandwidth, default retention policy, and so on. As I mentioned already, you can also send logs to support remotely if this computer has an issue. If you click Show Plans button, you'll see all backup and restore plans that are configured on this particular computer, and you can start, edit, and delete it remotely. And you can also create backup or restore plan remotely. Let's create a test backup plan. Here you can similarly browse the computer and select data. The same options: advanced filter, compression encryption, retention policy, schedule, notifications. So we click Save and push it from here. And you see it's running on the computer. On the Monitoring tab, you can find the plan status for all backup plans. You can filter it by status and also by company or by user. On the Notifications tab, first of all, if you're going to use Amazon, please verify your email address here on the Notifications tab. We'll leverage Amazon's simple email service, and you need to verify your email address in order to receive emails from Amazon. Here you can specify the email address that will be used for notifications. You can select whether you as a provider and your users will receive emails or not. This is a global policy. If this box is unchecked here, users won't receive any emails even if they set it up in the backup plan wizard. You can also change email subject line. We have a list of available macros here. Then there is a group report that you can receive every day at a specific time, and you can find here their last run status for all backup plans from all computers. So as a provider, you may receive this group report. Then you have Monitoring tab, and you can also receive individual notifications after each backup and restore job. You can create a user per company, per department, per device. It's up to you. Just be in mind that if you use the same user credentials on multiple computers, data from one computer can be downloaded on another computer through backup storage tab here. Again, while creating user, you need to specify email address, then you can create a new company, or you can select one from the drop-down menu. Storage account, bucket. You can use one bucket for all your users. Data won't be mixed up because CloudBerry will create a separate folder for each user and for each computer under this user. But if you have customers in different regions, if you use different data centers, or if you rely on Amazon billing or Azure billing statistics, you may want to use your bucket per user. So it's up to you. But to make it simple, I'd recommend that you use just one bucket for all users. Storage limit. You can create storage limits on this tab, and you need to assign a storage limit to each user that you create. Then there are two options how you can grant paid licenses to your users. It can be done automatically or manually. You see I have one desktop server license available here, and I can grant this license to this user. If you use the automatic option, user will get a license from your pool every time they download the software on a new computer, provided you have these licenses in your pool, of course. Licenses are typically assigned to your account automatically. So after the purchase, you just find them here on the Licenses tab. If you use another email address and we cannot assign licenses automatically, we will send you a license key and you will need to activate it here. License can be granted to one user, then it can be released and granted to another user, so it's flexible. You can also create additional administrators and grant them with limited permissions, and you can give them an access to particular companies only. So it can be one company or more than one. Rebranding will be enabled for your account automatically once you reach $500 worth of purchase. It's, for example, 20 desktop server licenses. Once it's enabled, it's very easy to rebrand the software. You just need to upload your own images here. Then we have additional options for customization. You may want to hide some options, for example, from Amazon, encryption, server-side encryption, or local backup. Then you click Update Resources and request Custom Build. And that's it. This is the white-labeled CloudBerry software. So you can see that all images has been replaced with Acme Corporation's images. If you use ConnectWise or AutoTask, you will be interested in additional options. So what can you do? First, you can import-export your users from ConnectWise and AutoTask. You can create tickets if restore backup plan failed, and you can also send billing statistics from the billing tab. As for billing, you may want to use two options. First, storage limit. This is a flat rate. You can specify the cost for each package, and then you can just see this cost here. Or you can also specify the cost per gigabyte and cost for restore in these fields. And here you can see the price for end users. It's calculated by multiplying this cost per gigabyte and the current space. And here's the total cost, the sum of storage and restore. If you need to configure the same backup and restore plans on multiple computers, you can use remote deploy option. Just create these backup and restore plans on one computer, then export these configurations. Just click export and upload it on the remote deploy tab. You can apply it to all computers, or you can set up a rule and apply it to selected computers only. After that, when users download the software, they will see these predefined plans in their backup client. Finally, if you have any problem with backup or restore plan, please send logs from the software here or from the control panel. It's always better to send logs before we ask that, because it just allows it saves your time on resolving the issue. You can also open a ticket on our support portal here, or you can email at support@cloudberrylab.com. If you have any questions about functionality, you can also email at sales@cloudberrylab.com. A few words about pricing. Managed Backup Service is the annual subscription, so you need to renew your licenses every year. Please note that all more expensive licenses include the functionality of less expensive licenses. So for example, SQL Server license includes image-based backup and desktop server functionality. So you always need only one license per computer. We have volume discounts. So the more you buy, the less is their unit price. You can start with at least 20 desktop server licenses to get the advanced rebranding for free. And we have volume discounts for the REST Exchange, Bare Metal, and SQL Plus Exchange starting from 5. This is all from my part. I hope it was helpful. We have many other options that are not obvious, and I didn't cover them today. So if you have any specific questions, if you have any specific requirements, or you just want to discuss it in more details, please feel free to email us at sales@cloudberrylab.com. Thank you and have a great day.